Billions, of course, in PPP loans are soon on the way to struggling businesses across the United States. But with Southern California likely facing an extended lockdown and New York under a constant threat of a shutdown, Republican Utah Congressman-elect Burgess Owens says that he's ready to fight for small businesses when he gets to Washington. And he joins me now. Congressman-elect, wonderful to see you. Small businesses have been just struggling and pummeled this entire year as a result of the pandemic. And while the stimulus will certainly help, they won't be out of the woods just yet. What else needs to be done?
Well, Jackie, first of all, thanks for inviting me on. First, we need to really understand the power of the small business, where that fits in, why it's so important for our country. When we talk about fighting for heart and soul of our nation, it comes down to the small businesses power the middle class. It's our middle class, Jackie, that's actually at risk at this point, is being attacked. I've seen it happen before. It happened to my community when I was growing up in the 60s, where they flipped things upside down from a very strong middle class because of 40% of business ownership to now 3.8%. That's what they're after. So we need to, first of all, become very educated to what we're fighting against. We're fighting against ideologies that's going after those who go to produce our great culture. And if we don't understand that, then we're gonna lose this fight. So this is gonna be a good educational process for us this year. Democrats and independents will be able to sit down and look at their businesses being attacked and where it came from, and we need to fight against that moving forward.
Well, there's also this issue of lockdowns. We know that the vaccine is on the way. It's going to take a while before it's widely distributed, so we have to be patient and wait for that. We're sort of in the peak, if you will, of the expected second waves, and you have so many Democratic lawmakers saying we need to continue the lockdowns, we need to continue the shutdowns, we need to reinstitute them. I mean, there are small businesses out there. I believe the stat is something over 60% of them, if they shut down at least once during the pandemic, they will go away forever.
Yeah. Well, keep in mind, they're not shutting down the big businesses. They're shutting down those that really do need this opportunity to come out. And again, I can't emphasize enough, this is our time to really have this conversation. Should we be fighting for the rights of life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness? And happiness was talked about as being property, to own property, to have a legacy. And we have these democratic states, these democratic mayors that are finding this new power and just going crazy with it. So we're going to have a conversation of what does it mean for us to fight for our culture. And that culture is life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness, to have a business, and that someone cannot dictate that we are non-essential. If NFL, NBA, if Amazon can be essential, so can the small mom and pop businesses that wake up every single day and figure out how to keep their customers safe. We need to get back to basics, my friends, and realize that our country's built on those true heroes, those who get out there every single day, take a risk, and build our great middle class.
Congressman-elect, great to see you. Thanks so much for your insight today.
Thank you, Jackie. Take care.
All right. Let's talk about, actually, we'll keep you with us. I apologize. We're going to talk about Georgia, and I want to get your take on that before you go, because you're saying that you're confident that Georgia voters will do the right thing, re-elect Senators Kelly Loeffler and David Perdue. But the question is, what makes you so sure? Because with early voting, we're seeing more than 2 million people casting ballots early, whether it's by mail or in person. And that didn't bode so well for President Trump in the last election. So when you're looking at this race, how exactly are you putting the picture together?
I'm looking at it very simply. I have faith in the American people. I can't say that enough. I mean, we have polls out there, but the American people drift toward the light. We now understand everything is now focused on Georgia. I believe there's a timing in which we will look back and say that Georgia stood up. They understood what we're after and what we're doing, and they will make the right choice. And we need to make sure we hold on to that Senate as a firewall against this hard left Marxism that's destroying things every place we look. So I have faith in American people. I have faith in Georgians, and we'll come out of this in a good way and fight for another couple of years.
A record amount of funds have been spent here because it's important to both sides, obviously, to be victorious here. And, you know, the balance of power within the United States essentially lies in Georgia's hands. $468 million combined on both sides for ad revenue gives you a sense of how much they want it, right?
It is the biggest moment of our country's future. It really is, because the Senate will dictate whether we go hard left or we stay the course of this conservative all-American values we have. So I can't emphasize that enough, and that's why, again, the left is putting a lot of money into it. I spent some time with some of the freshmen coming in with Ted Cruz last week doing a bus tour. We do understand that this is truly, this is our line. We need to draw the line. We need to fight against the left, and this is the way we do it, by getting our 2 senators in place. We move this thing forward and then fight against whatever, if Biden ends up coming in, we have to make sure we have a strong team that can fight up against the policies that they're going to be trying to make changes with.
All right, Congressman-elect, now you are officially off the hook. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Great to see you.
Thank you, Jackie. All the best.
All right.